Okay, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our virtual CTE Expo this year. I think we have a pretty good lineup for you this morning. My name is Butch Garst. I'm the program coordinator for the manufacturing department. Within the manufacturing department, we have the drafting and design program. We have welding technology, and we have machine tool technology. And this morning, providing time, we will talk a little bit about Industry 4.0. But with us, we also have a couple of our industry partners. Ken Madgwick, the president of Canamak Hydraulics in Garden City, is with us. And then with Seward Foods in Guyman is Elena Guerrero. And they both have a small presentation that they're going to do for you. And so at this time, I will turn it over to Ken. I believe he has a small PowerPoint for you. Oh, maybe not. What's the deal?
There, maybe we're unmuted now. Is that better?
I can hear you now. They've got Manuel up on the screen right now.
Hello, I'm Manuel Bastillos, the Drafting and Design Technology Instructor at Seward County Community College. Before anything can be built, manufactured, or even invented, it is simply an idea. The Drafting and Design program provides a set of tools to capture the idea on paper. At least that's the way drafting existed for hundreds of years until the invention of the computer and the advent of computer-aided drafting. In the Drafting and Design Technology program, we train students in the art of converting concepts, sketches, and ideas of engineers and architects into detailed drawings for manufacturing, construction, and engineering. The program is designed to develop skills and learn related fundamentals for the areas I mentioned, as well as surveying and design. As a student, you will learn these skills and become prepared for employment as a drafter or technician, or for transferring to a four-year university for further study. Skills include neatness, accuracy, speed, teamwork, and problem solving. Students will work with Autodesk products and SolidWorks, as well as other state-of-the-art applications to keep our science on the cutting edge. We will search out opportunities for students to work on projects with local manufacturers, builders, and surveyors. As a student in this program, you will experience the same personal attention I did when I was a student at Seward. The education I received helped me explore different fields before setting in as a drafting instructor. At Seward, we promise our students they will experience trust, integrity, quality, valuing others, and student success. It really is education that works, in the classroom and in the job market. I hope to meet you soon.
I'm Jared Noble, welding instructor at Seward County Community College. The welding technology program trains students to become skilled craftsmen, harnessing both art and science into their profession. Building America through workforce education, hands-on projects, using industry-backed credentials and curriculum. All of this comes together for the perfect storm in the welding workshop. If you want something to last a lifetime, build it out of steel and iron, which is what training in the welding provides for our society. There's a lot of durability, strength, and customization in fabricated metal products. That's one reason welders hold an important place in the modern industrial workforce, specifically in manufacturing, construction, maintenance, and repair trades. This makes welders vital to any industry where metal is used in any capacity. Entry-level and advanced welding involves the fusion of metals using an electric arc, a gas torch to create useful metal projects, from weld prints or original design. Welding technology students obtain valuable hands-on experience using up-to-date welding equipment and technology to assemble projects from weld prints in the campus welding shop. We've continued to upgrade our workstations so that students become familiar with equipment that they will encounter in the welding industry. Our welding instructors also work closely with other programs of study in the Industrial Tech Division to focus on trade-specific skills that can give its students broader skill sets when entering the workforce. So get ready to put on a welding hood, strap on your work boots, and step into the world of welding, and we'll set you up on a path for a rewarding and exciting career.
Good morning. This is Ken Madgwick from Canamac Hydraulics in Garden City. And we're happy to be part of this virtual expo here this morning. So Canamac Hydraulics has been doing metalworking and drafting and machine work for 37 years. And you'll see on your screen here a picture of one of our products. And Manuel was talking earlier about how at the beginning, this is just a concept in somebody's head. This machine has roughly 550 parts. And so what we do is, if you're the draftsman, you'll break it down, and we'll start with that base down at the bottom, and we'll build it from the ground up. Then if we go along to the next slide, you'll see part of the design process that the draftsman would do is lay out the hydraulic circuit. And so in hydraulics, just like electrical, we have a language basically that you put lines down on paper and symbols, and that tells you what the hydraulic system is supposed to do. So that's where we'll start. We'll start with the hydraulic schematic, and then we'll build it just like this here. This is the block that does the function that was shown in the previous slide there. So before we can machine this, though, we have to have detailed blueprints of all of these holes. This is a big block of aluminum. And so we'll start machining holes and precisely where they need to be. You can see some of those are red and some of them passages are yellow. The yellow passages are all joined together, the red are all joined together, and so on. And that's what gives logic to the function. And so then the next thing is we'll need to build that block. So in this slide, you can see that this is a blueprint of what we're going to build. And so every detail is there, every hole size, how deep the hole is, and all of those things have to be detailed out before we ever start cutting metal and put it in a machine to manufacture this block. But then as we move on to the next slide, you can see here's the finished product that Stephen, one of our employees, is holding. And so we take that draftsman takes that concept from start to finish, from just the idea in somebody's head to a finished metal piece like this. And so this is one of those 550 pieces that go to make up that big machine. Right beside, over Stephen's shoulder, you can see a couple of those blue machines setting in the warehouse there. So we do that to build that machine. We build up every single part, and we work in a multitude of industries at Canamac. The part that you were looking at was an oil field part, but we do things for construction, agriculture, we do a lot of municipal and utility type work as well on the repair side. So we're glad to partner with the community college, Butch has a good machine shop program. And this smiling young man on the left here, Judson Casey, is one of the recent graduates of Butch's machine shop program. And so he's the one that would actually build that block out in the shop. I think right now we have 4 employees that are graduates of Seward County Community College. And we have another one that will be starting next week. So if you're the kind of person that likes to build things, do things with your hands, Canamac might be a good place for you to consider, because we do everything from scratch. We start with a concept, we build a machine, we design the machine, and then we manufacture it and put it together. So we also have a sister company called Mad Dog Metal, where one of the graduates works. Spencer is a draftsman at Mad Dog Metal, and so he does the same thing. Customer comes in, wants something built, and he looks at it, and then he draws it up, has a customer verify, yes, that's what he wants. And then they'll take it out to the machines and cut it and build it. So we're very glad to have Seward County Community College near us, because we've got some really good employees from that program. And I think Nathan Herron, who's been here the longest, that's a graduate from Seward County, been with us about 20 years. And so we're always looking for good people. So if you're looking for a career in some kind of metalworking, whether it be welding or drafting or machine work, we roll all of those into the projects that we do here at Canamac. And if you just want to tour sometime, come up and see what we do to see if you would be interested. Contact me. My name's Ken or Stephen, my son. We'd be glad to take you through and just show you what we're about and what we do here. So appreciate your time, and that's about all I have for you this morning.
Thank you.
Do we just go ahead and get started? Sorry, this is my first virtual presentation, so am I good to go?
I believe so.
Okay, perfect. This is Elena with Seaboard Foods, and with me I've got Yadi Carrillo, one of our recruiting specialists. So I work out of our processing facility, and I know our time's limited. I don't know if there's a timer somewhere, so if someone can help me with time, that'd be great. I'll talk to you about opportunities within our plant production, and then Yadi will jump in and talk about additional opportunities outside. So in your screen, you should be able to see where we're located. So the 3 stars that are on there, that's where our main processing facilities are. Seaboard Foods owns the processing facility in Guyman, Oklahoma. We have a marketing agreement with Triumph Foods out of St. Joe, Missouri. And with Triumph Foods, we were able to do a 50-50 investment in Seaboard Triumph Foods, which opened up about 3 years ago in Sioux City, Iowa. So that's just a quick overview of our 3 processing facilities. At the processing facility, I mean, I can talk to you about the benefits and the culture and the different sectors of the environment, but what I mostly want to focus on is the different opportunities that we have within our maintenance department at our processing facility. We've got 5 different departments that maintenance can be broken up into. We've got general maintenance, refrigeration, electrical, scale techs, and automation. So each of those departments, there's a little bit of crossover between them, but we really try to have our maintenance individuals focus in a specific area. So refrigeration, I'll give you an example. Our refrigeration maintenance personnel or technicians at our processing facility, we used to have about 200,000 pounds of ammonia And with the new expansions that we've been working through, we are now at 375,000 pounds of ammonia. And all of our refrigeration technicians go to GCAP in Garden City to become Ammonia Operator 1 certified. The same thing with our electricians. We've got levels that they work through to become certified. And so you can be anywhere between a level 1 through a level 4, or even become a master technician at a level 1 or level 2 master tech. Our automation crew handles a lot or most of our programming, our logic controllers, PLCs. Within the company, we've got several areas that have been completely automated. Let's see, I want to say it's been 3 years now since we automated our belly openers and our back splitters. But then just this year, we've added 3 additional automation areas of automation into our production facility between our harvest site and fabrication. And so this crew of 5 automation techs is really highly specialized in programming those processes and rebooting, and they work with the companies that install these new robots into our facility. Those individuals are usually from overseas. They come, they install the machinery, they train our guys how to troubleshoot and do the day-to-day maintenance with those different instruments. And then once that third party leaves, our crew is fully responsible for the day-to-day upkeep of this machinery. We've got, and here on the screen, you see what I just kind of mentioned already: mechanical engineering technicians, refrigeration engineering technicians, electrical. We also have quality assurance technicians. They focus more on the product specifications and the safety of the product. So that's a different type of technical skill set. And then you have the automation support specialists. So our operations are very hands-on. Even if you go through a training, when you come back to the processing facility, it's definitely applying those concepts that you've learned in class, during certifications, or during a refresher. So I'll hand it over to Yadi, and I'll let her talk about maintenance in other sectors of our company.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for having us here today. This is very exciting. I know that, in the past we've had been at the college over there in Liberal. I know this is all different, so we're all trying to adapt. But yes, like Elena said, we have our sector at the processing facility that requires and all the skill sets that they will learn in the classroom, from a technical college, all of those skill sets could transfer into processing facility, but not necessarily only there. We also have in our animal operations and our animal support operations opportunities that, their technical and mechanical skill set can be transferred. Now, out of our feed mills, we have our feed mill operators and our maintenance technicians. Now, a person that's going to be succeeding in these departments is somebody that is very mechanically inclined, and it has an electrical mindset as well, because everything is automated out of the feed mill, and the feed mill works 24/7, so it is constantly running. So a person, as an operator, they're going to be in charge of making sure that everything is running, such as the conveyors are running. Everything out of the warehouse, everything on the scale house, on the receiving control room. They deal a lot with the PLCs, which is the programmable logic control rooms, and also everything that has to deal with the movement of the movement and operation of the feed mill. And our maintenance technicians at the feed mill, they're the ones that are really hands-on in the fixing of any kind of issues that will happen there. Our farm maintenance technicians and the grounds maintenance, they are both maintenance group out of our farm locations. The difference is that our farm maintenance technicians, they are in charge of everything inside of the farms. So anything electrical or anything that has to do with, the electrical or the troubleshooting of the feeding systems or the freshwater systems, as well as any of the welding and building of equipment. All of that is done in-house. So all of the chutes and the paintings and the gatings, they are our department's responsibility. So all of that is done in-house. The grounds maintenance team, they are the ones in charge to maintain outside of the farms. So anything that has to do with again, everything outside, but they operate a lot of heavy equipment because they have to make sure that everything outside is, well shaped, because this is a team that if there's a snowstorm and our employees at the farms needs to get to the farm, this is a team that's going to take, a tractor or a loader, and then they're going to clear all of the roads so the people can get into the farm. So anything outside, the grounds maintenance team is the one that are in charge of, taking care of that. And then we also have our environmental research technicians, and they are the ones that are in charge of the maintaining of the lagoons outside of the farms. So they deal a lot with the testing of the soil outside of the facility and making sure that we are compliant with each state in that. So they, we have a lot of opportunities, starting out as a technician, either at the plant or out of our farms. There's always room for advancement. So you can start as a technician, just kind of see if this is something that you, will want to grow into it. Now, if you are in college, you can always be part of our college programs, such as a internship, or a management trainee. If you're still not sure where is it that you want to end up, or what department or what position, our internship is a 1-week exposure to all of the departments within Seward Foods, and that just kind of gives you an idea of where you will want to end up, or what, how do you want to develop your career. And an internship is a full, real world experience over the summer. It's usually 10 weeks, and it's very, very hands-on, like Elena was mentioning. It is department based, and you get to learn everything, the ins and outs within that department. Again, it's not your, normal internship. It's very, very hands-on and very engaging. You'll spend a lot of time with management and the leaders of your department, so you can just learn everything about that department. And a management trainee is a full-time salary position that trains you to be in a supervisory role of that department that you picked. But I mean, if there's not all of these opportunities, I mean, they're not set in stone for somebody that is in college. If you want to start as a technician, you can always submit an application and, start your career with us.
Well, thank you to Ken and Elena and Seward Foods and Canamac Hydraulics for the presentations. I know they're busy, and we certainly appreciate them taking time out of their day to help us out with that. And as I mentioned earlier, we're going to talk a little bit about Industry 4.0. That's where the manufacturing is at now. And as Seward alluded to a little bit, was the process automation. And that's where we're going. We've got some changes coming to the manufacturing program or the machining program, leaning towards the automation side of it. We have robots coming in, looking at some different methods for advanced manufacturing. But that's just where the industry is. Industry 4.0 is data-driven. And the reason for that is the evolution of computers. Back in the 70s and 80s, that was Industry 3.0. Now, if we go back further, we look at Industry 2.0, that was when electricity came about. and generated the second industrial revolution. First one was started with steam power. Right now, automation, robotics, process controls, that's where the industry's at, and that's where we're headed with all this. You can think computers for that. I mean, they changed the world of manufacturing in a big way. I guess if Manuel, I'll bring him up, he's our drafting instructor, if he's got anything that he wants to share with you, or we can take questions and answers. And we also have one of the welding instructors here as well. So if anyone has a question, feel free to chime in. We'll do our best to answer them for you.
Looks like we got something in the chat there, Butch.
Looking at the chat. Where's the chat? Okay, I'll turn this over to Mr. Manuel.
So I am Manuel Bustillos, as Mr. Garst mentioned. I am the drafting and design instructor. Drafting and design technology really is where ideas become products. Everything that is built or manufactured involves drafters. There's many different ways, many different paths within the drafting design program that can lead you into manufacturing. That can lead you into architecture, construction. It can lead you into engineering and even civil engineering. The goal of the program is really to get you that hands-on knowledge. We use programs such as AutoCAD. Getting into the 3D side, we're using programs like Inventor and SolidWorks, and then we also teach Autodesk Revit on the architectural side. Program is 2 semesters for a certificate B, or a full 2 years with an associate's path built in. So we got several options. The certificate B basically covers the manufacturing side of drafting, mechanical, what I refer to as mechanical drafting. The associate's piece also covers architecture and civil. And that's kind of all I've got for you guys, unless there's any questions out there. I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Andrew Lackey, which is our welding instructor.
Questions? Wow, we gotta ask some questions, guys. That's why we're here. Anyways, my name's Andrew Lackey. I am not the guy you saw in the video. We have 2 welding instructors here. Just because our welding program is growing that much that we need extra people to show you guys and get you guys to where you're going. We do every kind of welding here. We do stick, MIG, TIG, flux core, oxyacetylene, cutting. What we do is we do the AWS Sense program, level 1. That's just to get you up to where you're qualified to be able to pass that test. If you look into the welding program or into the welding industry, you always have to pass the test before you start a job. And we're just here to get you ready and prepared so that you can qualify for those tests. Still no questions. All right. We spend all day, every day welding and cutting and learning about the different processes and all the little ins and outs, so that you as a student, when you leave here, you are fully prepared to go to work either with Kinrad or Mad Dog, Widow. I can't talk today, man. So when you leave here, you have the skills that you can advance in the work industry. That's all I have, unless there's questions somewhere. What?
Okay, if nobody has any questions, we're about to wrap it up here in just a couple minutes. But the manufacturing department at Seward County Community College is a great place to start a career. All the programs offer you the opportunity to get an AAS degree, and there are some transfer possibilities through some of the universities. Pittsburgh State is one that we work with quite a lot. They have some great engineering programs, which ties right into this. And to me, learning how to machine and how to build things, learning how to draw them is a great path into an engineering career, whether it's mechanical engineering, whether it's manufacturing engineering. You know, and the term advanced manufacturing refers to utilizing the technology that is out there to increase productivity or to improve processes. And that's what we're always striving to do.
But there's a question there for Andrew. It says, how long
Okay.
is the welding program?
Our welding program is 2 semesters. So fall and spring, and then you're done.
Anyone else? If not, I would like to thank you for taking the time to join us this morning. I know I'd rather have seen you in person, but due to the situation, we had to do what we could do, but we were able to pull it off. But thank each and every one of you for joining us. And if you have time when things lighten up, we welcome you to come visit the campus, visit the programs that you're seeing today.
This is Elena with Seward Foods. Thank you for having us. I guess my question to you instructors would be, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask on behalf of your students?
Not at this time, students are at lunch.
Okay.
Actually, I have one for all of our employers there. Do you guys offer a part-time kind of deal that they can do while they're coming to school here and are able to go to work there without, you know, killing themselves?
Like some type of an internship program besides through the summer?
Yeah, this is Elena again with Seward Foods. The processing facility, I can't speak for all divisions of Seward Foods, but the processing facility has really made several accommodations with individuals who are working and going to school or have other jobs on the side. So yes, and we kind of take it as a case-by-case basis. We don't have a formal program set up to do part-time for maintenance or just yet. That's not to say that it's not going to happen in the future. I guess most recently with a student from OPSU, we have him as a part-time production trainer. And so we are branching into other sectors of within the plant. So if there's someone interested, we would just welcome them to talk to us and we can work something out. But that's for the plant. I can't speak to all areas of Seaboard.
As far as the animal operations, I mean, I think it will be around the same as Elena just mentioned. It's going to be a case by case. I know that at this time, for the grounds maintenance and the farm maintenance team, they work in the mornings, and I don't know about a possibility of a part-time, but you know, there's always going to be that one person that, you know, the hiring managers will be willing to work with them. So I would just really encourage for them to talk to us, send us a message, you know, give us a call, and then we'll just get them with the right person.
Okay. Again, thank you to our industry supporters. We certainly appreciate them. And I want to say thank you to Teresa Troutner and Norma G. Dodds for putting this together. And I know they put a lot of time and a lot of effort in making this happen this year. So thank you. And if no more questions are out there, then I guess we're done for the manufacturing department.